Once we actually have everyone seated, everyone's ready to begin, I'll usually then stand in front of the room, and the first thing that I'll do is simply welcome people.
We want this service to be one where everyone can bring themselves out in any way that they wish. If you want to dance, we want you to dance. If you want to sing, we want you to sing. If you're hungry and you want to eat, please go and eat. And if at any moment you feel like things maybe are getting a little too noisy, there's too much going on, please know the door's open for a reason. We have a quiet room out there. You're welcome to come and go as you need to. We also want to make sure that you know if there's any moment in the service where you're having some questions or there's something you might need. If you see anyone around you wearing one of these, it lets you know that they are an expert in this service and know a lot about Road of Shalom. They can answer any questions you have and help you with anything that you need. You're going to know.
One of the first things is that we learned that no part of this experience should be more than 4 minutes. For the typically developing person, our attention spans are usually 5 or 6 minutes, so this really is not so dissimilar from the needs of any and every person. But we learned that if we can't keep to that 4 minutes, that we will lose people and it might be overwhelming. I introduce the other players around the room. They'll see the sign interpreters, they'll see the board, they'll see Louis, who's on guitar. And then we begin with Hine Matov. Hine Matov is a prayer that simply says how good it is for brothers, for sisters to join together. And we are simply embracing the fact that we are all one, we are one community, and we are here to pray together. And from this, we segue right into our story. Each holiday has its own story, and we try to keep this to just 4 minutes with concrete language and imagery, but something that conveys some of the deeper meanings behind the holiday itself.
Thank you, Rabbi Spratt. Shabbat Shalom. So this is a story about a boy named Stu and his friend named Lily. Stu and Lily. Stu is so excited about Hanukkah.
So whether it be Rosh Hashanah or Hanukkah or Purim or Passover, a little story that gives a bit of the essence of the holiday.
And you know what? You're going to be a lot happier making other people happy than just went home and looked at your own light. And Stu said, you're absolutely right. This will be the best Hanukkah ever. Shabbat Shalom.
And we then go into the Shema.
So I want to invite up anyone that's willing to come help us lead the Shema. The Shema reminds us that as God is one, we're supposed to all be one. So I need some helpers up here. I've already got Sarah, I've got Louis. Anyone else want to help me with the Shema? Just come on up.
And I invite people to come up and help me. And what's been beautiful over time is to see that now we have not just 1 or 2, but many, many of our youth that will come on up and will help me lead the Shema.
So here we go. Thinking about all of us together as one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
And from this we go into a family blessing. So I ask for everyone to turn to the people around them and to say or do nice things, which is really what it is to do a blessing, to be a blessing, to give a blessing.
Shalom. And may God's face always lift up to you and give you the blessing of Shalom Shlemut, of peace and of wholeness, as we say together, Amen.
And from this we go into the Torah service.
So it's time for us to bring the Torah out of the ark. It's been cooped up for a little too long, so anyone that wants to, I'd love for your help to come dance the Torah out of the ark. Everyone else, if you're able, please rise, help us dance and sing the Torah around the room.
So I'll invite everyone who's able to rise, and I'll take the Torah out of the ark, and as Louis begins playing some upbeat melodies, we will literally dance the Torah around the room. And it is really one of the most uplifting moments in the world. We get to have youth who have never seen or even encountered a Torah before get a chance to hold it, to hug it. This is the centerpiece of our tradition. This is the one thing that has connected Jews across time and space. And many of these youth now have access and now can finally hold it and claim it as their own. And so we dance the Torah around the room with joy and celebration, and everyone has a chance to get into contact with it, to be close to it. And then we take it up front, and we actually unroll it, and we chant from it, as we would in any other Shabbat service. What we do differently, though, is we actually raise it vertically, facing out towards the congregation, so that anyone and everyone can actually look in and see the words. And we invite all of the kids up to get nice and close, and we have everyone participate in the blessing over the Torah, and then alternate between chanting the Hebrew and offering the English translation.
And Jacob settled in the land of where his father was from, in the land of Canaan.
And once this is done, we wrap the Torah back up, instruments are passed out, and with the joy and exuberance of this moment, everyone gets to sing and be a part of creating the instrumental background. And so we'll actually sing a song called Eitz Chaim, the Tree of Life, which is about the Torah. One of the things we learned in this process is that music that happens on the beat is something that works for a variety of sensitivities. Cacophonous noise like applause, things that are unpredictable, that actually is difficult for many, many people with a variety of sensitivities. And so we chose instruments that actually enable beats. These are percussion instruments, tambourines, little drums, little egg shakers, things that allow people to feel a sense of rhythm, feel a sense of predictability, and the energy is able to build without being overwhelming. And we also sing Micha Mocha, which is our song of redemption. These words were sung at the Red Sea when the Israelites crossed to freedom. And so it's just a beautiful prayer celebrating freedom and the ability to be who we are. And this will then segue into a holiday-related activity. We want some way, shape, or form for everyone there to participate, actually use their hands to be a part of something. On Hanukkah, everyone comes together and brings their own little light.
And so for anyone lighting candles back at home, this is a great chance, if you want to come up as well, to help try to do some of the blessings.
First we have to light the shamash, the helper candle. We light the first candle.
Yes.
Very nice. You did a great job. And we sing, Baruch atah Adonai Elohim.
And then we have a final song that's related to the holiday before we wrap up and thank everyone and invite everyone to stay and connect and talk.
And we're almost ready for the deliciousness of latkes here, but first I need our resident dreidel expert, Sadie, to help us really bring in Hanukkah. We can't make it official unless we think a little bit about a little dreidel here. So Sadie?
Have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
Good means you get nothing. Diddle means you win. Hay means you can have the pie. Shit means you put one in.
Oh, dreidel, 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 I made
So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Chag Hanukkah Sameach. After services right now, you're going to have some amazing deliciousness in the back if you haven't had some already. We also have a little Hanukkah present for each and every one of you, so you can come on up and we'll give you a little Hanukkah present.
And the most beautiful part about the service really is that it's created community. People stay after, they want to see each other, they look for familiar faces, and they want to catch up on each other's lives.